Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
The bustling sounds of the marketplace enveloped Jack as he navigated through the eclectic stalls that lined the streets of New Eden, a vibrant hub of intergalactic exchange on Earth. Here, humans and aliens alike mingled, bartering goods rich in history and tradition from across the cosmos. The air was thick with the scent of exotic spices and the intriguing melodies of alien music, a constant reminder of the universe's vastness and the connections being formed within it. Jack, a self-proclaimed aficionado of all things extraterrestrial, loved wandering through the marketplace, soaking in its peculiar charm. His eyes danced across the stalls, taking in shimmering fabrics from the Phallixians, oddly shaped fruits from the Rygaptans, and intricate crystal works from the Vedhari. It was a world unlike any other, a place where curiosity often outweighed caution. As he turned a corner, a colorful booth caught his eye. It was draped in vibrant silks adorned with alien symbols, an inviting display of baked goods. Behind the booth stood an elderly alien woman, adorned in a patchwork of culturally rich garments that spoke volumes about her heritage. She had a round face, warm eyes, and a smile that radiated kindness. Her name was Kazarina. "A young one," she called out, her voice a melodic blend of excitement and nostalgia. "Would you like to try a cookie that transcends the ordinary?" Intrigued and unable to resist, Jack approached the booth. The cookies were unlike anything he had ever seen. They shimmered with a strange iridescence and emitted an alluring aroma that seemed to wrap around him like a warm hug. "What's in these?" Jack asked, glancing up at Kazarina with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. "Oh, just a sprinkling of love, wisdom, and a dash of galactic spices," she replied with a wink. "They will open your mind to the universe and your heart to possibilities." Compelled by her infectious enthusiasm, he grabbed a cookie, its delicate surface warm and slightly tinged with a coloring that resembled starlight. He took a bite, and at that moment, the world around him shifted in an explosion of flavors, colors, and sensations. Visions cascaded through his mind, a tapestry of alien landscapes, lush forests that glowed a soft blue, vast oceans dotted with bioluminescent creatures, and towering structures formed from living organic materials. It was beautiful and otherworldly, sending shock waves of emotion rippling through his soul. Amidst the frenzy of sensations, an image began to sharpen, the silhouette of a figure stepping forward, a young alien woman, radiating an ethereal beauty unlike anything he'd ever known. Sundari appeared in his mind, her striking features crafted by the stars themselves, the embodiment of grace and allure. The rush of emotions grew overwhelming, flooding Jack with sensations of longing, desire, and an undeniable connection to this enchanting stranger. As the vision began to fade, it left behind a lingering warmth in his chest. A seed was planted, a silent whisper of destiny woven into the fabric of his reality. Gazing momentarily lost, Jack finally pulled his eyes from the vibrant cookie booth, only to find Kazarina chuckling at his dazed expression. "I warned you, didn't I?" she said, a twinkle of mischief dancing in her eyes. "Just wait until you meet my granddaughter. She might be what your heart has been searching for." With a smile, the elderly alien gestured toward the bustling crowd, and Jack felt an inexplicable pull, a beckoning he could not ignore. As he walked through the market, every sound and sight shimmered with newfound intensity, the ordinary becoming extraordinary. He was ready to embrace whatever adventure awaited. Jack wandered through the vast marketplace, vibrant colors swirling around him as he savored the aftertaste of the strange cookie. The world seemed to glow more intensely, the colors enriched by an almost surreal vibrancy. Each step felt lighter, as if the very essence of the universe had shifted in his favor. Thoughts of Sundari danced in his mind, weaving in and out of focus with an intensity that both thrilled and confused him. Who was she? The fleeting image from his hallucination left a burning curiosity within him. There was something magnetic about her, a connection that felt faded and yet elusive. As he strolled, Jack came across a cluster of humans and aliens gathered around a display of glowing bioluminescent creatures. They cooed and laughed at the sight, but he felt distant from the joviality. His mind was elsewhere, torn between the charm of the marketplace and the enchanting aura of Sundari. He could almost hear her laughter echoing in his thoughts. Suddenly, the jolting realization hit him. The cookie had done something beyond just altering his perception. It had unsealed parts of him he never knew existed. Was he falling for an alien? He chuckled lightly to himself, feeling both ridiculous and exhilarated by the thought. "Jack!" A deep voice interrupted his reverie. Startled, he turned to find his friend Maya, a fellow enthusiast of extraterrestrial cultures. "Hey, you look like you just came from a spiritual awakening. What happened?" she teased, nudging him playfully. I just tried a cookie from an alien grandma," Jack replied, trying to suppress a smirk. "I think it might have opened my mind." Maya raised an eyebrow, clearly interested. "Tell me everything." Jack hesitated for a moment, but the excitement bubbling within him pushed him to share. He recounted his experience with Kazarina and the mesmerizing cookie, weaving in the vision of Sundari, the beauty, the connection, and the pull he felt toward her. "Wow, that sounds amazing," Maya exclaimed, her eyes alight with intrigue. "She sounds like a dream. You have to find her and see if the connection is real." "I know, right? But what if it was just the cookie messing with my brain?" Jack pondered, uncertainty creeping into his thoughts. "Either way, you'll never know unless you try." Maya encouraged. "Let's go find Kazarina's booth again. She has to know where Sundari is." Fueled by newfound determination, Jack agreed. Together with Maya, they retraced their steps back to the bustling booth where Jack first encountered the cookie. As they approached, Kazarina noticed them and waved with an inviting smile. "Back so soon, my young friend," she called out, her eyes twinkling with knowing mischief. "Have you felt the magic of the cookie?" Jack stepped forward, his heart racing. "Yes, it was overwhelming. I saw your granddaughter, Sundari. I felt this incredible connection to her. Where can I find her?" Kazarina placed her hands on the booth, leaning in slightly, her expression turning serious. "Finding Sundari is not merely a matter of wandering. She is on a path of her own, exploring her identity among her people. But I sense fate is guiding you. Can you help me?" Jack asked, his voice thick with hope. What you seek goes beyond simple directions. It will require bravery, sincerity, and a willingness to embrace the unknown." Kazarina replied cryptically, then looked at Maya and back at Jack. "To win her heart, you must honor her culture and show your true self." Jack nodded, determination igniting within him. He understood. This would not just be about a simple meeting. It would be a journey toward understanding. "I'm ready," he stated, conviction in his voice. "Then start by joining me tomorrow," Kazarina said, her tone softening. "I will share with you stories of Sundari's people, their customs, and what it means to love across the stars." With a sigh of relief, Jack felt the weight of anticipation settle over him. Perhaps this was the beginning of something extraordinary, an adventure that could grant him not just knowledge, but an opportunity to connect with Sundari on a deeper level. As he and Maya left the bustling marketplace, Jack's mind swirled with possibilities. He had tasted the cookie's magic, and now he yearned to chase the dream it awakened within him. The following day dawned crisp and bright, the sun casting golden rays that warmed the air as Jack made his way back to Kazarina's booth. Excitement pulsed through him, mingling with a scattering of nerves as thoughts of Sundari replayed in his mind. He had barely slept, consumed by dreams of the enchanting alien woman and the connection they had yet to explore. When Jack arrived, he found Kazarina already bustling about, arranging her booth for the day's customers. The familiar sight of colorful pastries and aromatic baked goods filled the air with an enticing fragrance. But it wasn't just the treats drawing him in. It was the hope of encountering Sundari. "Good morning, Jack." Kazarina greeted him, her smile wide and welcoming. "Morning. I'm ready to learn about your granddaughter," he replied with enthusiasm. Kazarina chuckled softly, her eyes twinkling. "Very well. But first, you must taste more of my delights to truly prepare your heart for what lies ahead." She handed Jack a small, delicate pastry that seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. As he took a bite, warmth spread through him. The flavors were rich and unique, igniting his senses. Wow, this is amazing, he exclaimed. Thank you. But remember, the truths of love and culture are what will truly nourish you today, she said, a hint of wisdom lacing her words. After savoring the pastry, Kazarina guided Jack to a secluded corner of the marketplace, away from the bustling crowds. They settled onto simple cushions beneath a canopy of colorful fabric, creating a warm, intimate space. Tell me about Sundari, he urged, his heart racing. Kazarina's expression shifted into one of nostalgia. Sundari is a spirit as fierce as she is gentle, she began. She has always been drawn to the exploration of her identity, not only as a descendant of my people, the Chlora, who embrace love in all forms, but also as an individual seeking her own path among humans. Why is that important? Jack asked, genuinely curious. Sundari is more than just my granddaughter. She embodies a fusion of cultures. The Chlora believe that love is a deep connection that transcends boundaries, Kazarina explained, her eyes glimmering with pride. But it is essential she find someone who respects that journey. As he listened, Jack felt the weight of her words. This wasn't just about attraction. It was about understanding and respect for Sundari's culture. I want to prove that I'm worthy of her. How can I do that? Kazarina smiled, her expression softening. First, you must understand the heart of the Chlora. We honor nature and embrace the beauty of life. Sundari loves our rituals and our connection to the universe. You must show her you appreciate this, not simply as an interest, but as a part of who you are. At that moment, a soft voice interrupted their conversation. Grandma, are you here? Jack turned, and there she was. Sundari. The vision from the cookie had materialized before him, more breathtaking than he could have imagined. Her skin glimmered faintly under the sun, adorned with intricate patterns that danced across her arms and neck. Her hair flowed like liquid silver down her back, and her deep, vibrant eyes held a galaxy of intrigue. Sundari! Kazarina cried with joy, standing up to embrace her granddaughter. You've come at the perfect time. Sundari's gaze shifted to Jack, her expression a blend of curious interest and cautious warmth. Who is this? This is Jack, dear. He tasted the magic of my cookie and had a vision of you, Kazarina explained playfully, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. A hint of surprise flashed across Sundari's features, and she took a step closer, her curiosity heightening. A vision. Is that so? Yes, Jack replied, his voice steady despite the thrill of standing before her. It was incredible. I felt this connection, like I was meant to meet you. Her eyes sparkled with interest, and Jack felt the magnetic pull grow stronger. The cookie has a way of revealing truths, she said, her voice melodic and soft. But connections take time to nurture, Jack. Are you willing to learn about who I am? Absolutely. I want to understand your world, your culture, everything, he responded earnestly, heart pounding at the potential this encounter held. Sundari smiled, a glow brightening her features. Then let us begin. Show me your heart, and I will show you mine. Underneath the colorful canopy, as more visitors passed by in the marketplace, a new journey was unfolding, a fusion of two distinct worlds that promised discovery, growth, and something more precious than either could imagine. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, casting playful shadows across the marketplace, Jack felt his heart racing with anticipation. The air was charged with new possibilities. He was about to embark on a journey with Sundari, one that promised layers of exploration beyond the surface. Where should we start? Jack asked, glancing between Sundari and Kazarina, eager for direction. You will begin by experiencing our connection to nature, Sundari replied, her voice tinged with enthusiasm. The Chlora believe that everything is interconnected. Our practices reflect respect and gratitude for the universe that sustains us. Kazarina nodded approvingly. Yes, we have a sacred grove nearby where we perform rituals to celebrate the balance of life. It is where Sundari learned the importance of the world around her. Jack felt a thrill of excitement at the thought of visiting a place so integral to Sundari's culture. Lead the way, he declared, and with shared laughter, the trio began their journey. As they walked through winding paths lined with vibrant flora, Jack marveled at how alive everything felt. The flowers shimmered with hues he had never encountered before, and the air was filled with sounds of creatures buzzing and chirping in harmonious rhythm. Sundari walked beside him, her presence warm and inviting. "Tell me about your people," Jack prompted, trying to deepen the connection as they approached the sacred grove. "What is it that makes the Clora unique?" Sundari smiled, a sense of pride beaming from her. The Clora celebrate love in all its forms, unbound by societal norms. We honor those who choose to connect deeply, regardless of their origins. It makes our clan stronger. The essence of our culture is to embrace diversity. Jack listened intently, captivated not just by her words, but the passion behind her voice. "That's beautiful," he remarked, feeling the resonance of her beliefs. He realized that her culture encouraged individuality, something he had always valued himself. Arriving at the grove, he was struck by the sight before him. Tall trees soared into the sky, their branches swaying gently as if dancing to an unseen melody. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating patterns of light and shadow on the soft, mossy ground. In the center of the grove, a small altar adorned with vibrant offerings stood, almost radiating energy. "This is where we express our gratitude," Sundari explained, stepping forward, her fingers brushing the altar surface delicately. "We give offerings to honor the spirits of nature. It is vital for maintaining our balance." Jack watched in awe as Sundari knelt before the altar. She placed her hand on the offerings, then closed her eyes, allowing the energy of the grove to envelop her. He felt an urge to join her, to immerse himself in this serene moment. "Is it all right if I join you?" he asked softly. "Of course, Jack. Your spirit will add to the harmony," Sundari replied, looking up at him with a gentle smile that took his breath away. Moved by her invitation, Jack knelt beside her, mirroring her gesture as he placed his hand on the altar. Suddenly, it felt like an electric charge surged through him. A wave of peace and connection swept over him, resonating with the grove and connecting him to a deeper understanding of Sundari's world. "Feel the heartbeat of the earth," Sundari encouraged, her voice a whisper soothing his racing thoughts. "We are united with all living things. Their growth, survival, struggles, and triumphs are reflected in our souls." Jack closed his eyes, focusing on the sensations around him. He began to feel the rhythm of life pulsing through the ground, a symphony of existence that transcended language. This moment was more than just a cultural exchange. It was a merging of two spirits searching for a shared path. As they lingered in silence, Jack felt a sudden spark of courage. "Sundari, I want to know you more, beyond just your culture. I want to understand what makes you you." "I want that too," she replied, her voice steady, the warmth of her gaze enveloping him. "But it takes time. We both need to trust the journey." After a moment of contemplation, Jack opened his eyes, looking directly into hers. "Then let's embrace that trust together. I'm here to support you, and I hope to share who I am as well." Sundari's smile widened, gracing her features with joy. "You're already doing it, Jack. Being open. It is a beautiful gift." Their eyes locked, an unspoken understanding woven between them. It felt as though the universe was leaning in, a silent spectator to their growing connection. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting a golden hue over the grove, Jack and Sundari began to share stories of their lives, her tales of growing up among the Clora, her dreams of exploration, and the burdens of expectations. In return, he revealed his own struggles with identity and family, his fascination with the stars, and how their meeting had ignited a yearning deep within him. Laughter mingled with moments of vulnerability, weaving their stories into a delicate tapestry of potential, a connection that felt destined. The grove glowed with the promise of new beginnings as day turned into evening, and in that warmth, Jack knew he was not just forging a bond with Sundari, but also uncovering pieces of himself in the process. As the sun set behind the horizon, casting a kaleidoscope of colors across the grove, Jack felt an urge to bring their conversation to a more intimate and significant ground. The connection forged in trust and understanding unveiled deeper feelings that both thrilled and terrified him. "Sundari," Jack began, his voice steady but his heart racing. "When I met you, I felt something beyond curiosity. I felt this pull, a connection that goes deeper than just our cultures. I want you to know that I'm drawn to you, not just as a friend, but as someone I could explore a relationship with. Sundari met his gaze, her vibrant eyes reflecting the twilight. I feel it too, Jack. Our connection grows stronger every moment. But we must consider the implications of what this means. The Chlora place great importance on mating as a sacred bond, an expression of love that extends beyond carnal pleasures. It's a spiritual connection. Jack nodded, understanding the weight of her words. I respect that, and I want to honor your culture in every way. I want to understand what mating means for you and your people. She took a deep breath, the serenity of the grove surrounding them. For the Chlora, mating is a profound commitment. It transcends the physical. It is a union of souls, a melding of energies that strengthens our identities within the universe. It is about trust and a shared journey. A wave of emotion washed over Jack as he absorbed her words. I want to be part of that journey, Sundari. I want to explore what it means to mate with you, to embrace not only your culture, but the very bond that connects us. Sundari's heart raced, sensing the gravity of his words. This was a moment steeped in significance, a leap into the unknown as they navigated the blending of two vastly different worlds. Are you certain? This will not be without its challenges. Society may not understand us, but I believe if we are meant to connect, we can forge our own path. I'm ready, Jack declared, feeling the truth of his conviction deepen. With you, I feel alive. I want to embrace your world as you embrace mine. A smile broke across Sundari's face, illuminating the shadows of uncertainty. Then let us begin this journey together. Taking her hands in his, Jack could feel an energy sparking between them, a cosmic dance of two forces fusing as one. The boundaries separating their worlds began to blur, a river of connection flowing freely. In the following days, as Jack immersed himself in the customs of the Chlora, he learned of their sacred mating rituals. Under Kazarina's guidance, he prepared himself to honor everything that was entwined with Sundari's identity. The day of the ritual arrived, and the grove glowed with anticipation. Surrounding them were family members and fellow Chlora, their eyes filled with watchful respect. A special altar, adorned with vibrant flowers, throbbed with energy, indicating the significance of the moment. Sundari stood before him, radiant in her ceremonial attire, embodying beauty and strength. Holding sacred tokens of their love, she stepped forward, her presence commanding even the rustle of leaves to grow silent. Jack, she spoke, her voice steady. Today, we are guided by the energies of our ancestors and the spirits of the earth. In joining together through mating, we solidify our bond. This is where our souls intertwine. Are you ready to embrace this unity? Jack swallowed hard, feeling the weight of the moment, yet filled with a fierce desire to connect with her in every way. I am ready, Sundari. I will honor you and your people. As they began the ritual, the world around them faded. Being enveloped in the energy of the grove, they saw flashes of their shared moments, laughter, learning, and understanding, the culmination of their separate journeys leading to this sacred union. With hands entwined, they moved together, mimicking the movements and chants of the Chlora around them, enveloping their spirits in love. Sweat glistened on their foreheads as they whispered promises, not just of the physical act, but of supporting one another's dreams for a lifetime. Their hearts synchronized, an unspoken bond manifested as they took the final step. Mating was not mere action, but a celebration of two souls destined for one another. The air crackled as energies merged, illuminating the grove in a heavenly light. As dawn broke, glistening dew adorned the grove, the atmosphere alive with newfound magic. Jack and Sundari stood together, breathing in the victory of what they had built. They had shared a sacred experience that echoed the depths of their souls, an unbreakable bond. Jack learned what it truly meant to love. Sundari unlocked parts of him he had never accessed, showing him how love bridges cultural divides. Together, they had become a living testament to unity, their hearts beating as one beneath the endless cosmos that connected every being. Days turned into weeks, and their connection only deepened. They faced challenges from their respective families and communities, but the strength of their love carried them forward. They learned to navigate the complexities of their worlds, continuously discovering how to embrace both individuality and union. In a whirlwind of emotions and experiences, they transformed not just each other's lives, but also created a bridge between humans and the Chlora, showing that love knows no boundaries. As they gazed upon the starry sky that first night after their mating, Jack took Sundari's hand. "We did it. We really did it." She smiled, her eyes shimmering with happiness. "This is just the beginning, Jack. Together, we will explore the universe and all the wonders within it." Hand in hand, they faced the horizon, ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime, a promise of love that would transcend the stars.